Yeah, I hear a kitty. Oh, yeah. We even have a kitty squishmallow. Oh, look at you being behind the door. No, close the door. Oh, snap. There was an achievement for that. Okay. I rotate you. Yeah, you're fine. How do I move? Now you got me wondering what's behind every door. Now I'm gonna have to check it out. Oh, it's just like Smash Bros. Melee, I think. Every time we finish something, we get a little model of it for the shelf. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. That scratches that N64 in me itch. You precious thing, you. Okay. Let's see. Art Deco house. Because this is a Trilobite Lodge. Apologies for how filthy it is. I've just got back from a dig in Alaska to find the house looking like this, and my other half, Karen, apparently vanished into thin air. It wouldn't be the first time. Whenever she gets a whiff of anything interesting, that's her gone for months. What's this all about? Can somebody explain to me what this is all about? We're just ignoring the giant laser in the sky, the weird aurora, with no explanation whatsoever. Okay. That's the fastest anything's ever dinged. All I did was touch it. Now, I am a big fan of Art Deco. From any generation, any decade, honestly, it doesn't matter to me. The 30s definitely had some interesting Art Deco, though. The 20s and the 30s, I think, might be my favorite. Because when you get towards the 50s, you get into that kind of modern look. And, I don't know. In the 60s and 70s, everything, well, the 60s was all about color. Color throw pillows, colorful couches. It was like living in a rainbow every room you were in. Then in the 70s, you had everything was brown. Everything was ugly and brown. Think about brown couches, brown carpet, that brown, ugly ass wood paneling everybody had. Ugh. My grandmother had that. My parents put it in our home when we were kids. I hate it. I hate that paneling. It looks tacky and dated. But, it's like wallpaper. I'm not a huge fan of wallpaper. I don't know. Maybe if you could pull it off and it's done right, but most times it's just not done right. Hello, friendo. Welcome on into the chat. I just got home from running errands. And I figured we'd go ahead and stream and get that out of the way because I have a very busy evening. Spectrum has sent me some new Wi-Fi equipment that I need to set up. Then it would be nice to get back into some Minecraft tonight. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. What's funny is, or what's interesting, I should say, is if you go over, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're already there. On my YouTube channel, and look through the vlogs. Damn it. A couple of years ago, I went to the Ritz Theater when they were doing a Halloween thing. And I went inside and took some pictures and recorded some video and made a vlog out of it. And it's Art Deco, I want to say from the 20s. 20s or 30s. I think. Hi, Drake. Yeah, he had a little bit of phlegm in my throat. It's gross. I just had lunch like 2 seconds before coming live. There's like a faint musical chorus to that thing. Now, that's not coming from the statue from our old job, is it? You know, it could be. That would be funny. I've been watching these videos on YouTube where people are cleaning up houses. You know, they come in behind people who've been evicted or whatever. Orders. Down to that water is so relaxing. Oh, is it? It is nice. But that's been my latest thing that I like to put on lately is I'll put a YouTube video on in the background while I'm just working around the house doing stuff. Or even when I'm just laying there playing on my phone. That's been my latest rabbit hole is watching people do cleaning videos. That blue is almost the same color. It is the same color as the sky. Wow. Ooh. What? Yeah, I don't know what you're wanting, but you're talking about that thing? Very specific target audience. I find it relax. Like, here's the thing. I like cleaning, like IRL. I'm a clean freak. I like cleaning. I like chores. Washing, scrubbing, cleaning is very comforting to me in my own personal life. And it's fun to watch people clean. It's another one of the reasons that this game is up my alley, you know. I love cleaning. I love it so. I should have done some warm-up exercises before coming live. For my voice. I never do that, though. Not a thing I've ever felt the need to do. Maybe I should do it. Well, I mean, I just had a big ass, greasy ass pizza. It's fucking up my throat. Yeah, when it comes to YouTube, like I watch a lot of like old man content. I watch videos of people cleaning, maybe a power wash video. I watch science videos. I watch stuff that an elderly person would sit down and watch on TV. I don't watch video game content. I don't watch Let's Plays. I do watch vlogs sometimes if you can find a decent vlogger. Hey, there she is. Hey. I typically don't watch douche tubers. I typically don't watch like sensationalized content. I don't watch politics. I don't watch world news. I don't watch sports. Honestly, I watch like the most G-rated, harmless stuff on YouTube. The only caveat is that I do sometimes still I tried to get out of it, but it pulled me back in. I do sometimes still watch a reaction channel or two because I've been watching these people now for like a decade, and I'm kind of wanting to see how it ends. And I don't watch. How do I put this? Basically, everybody that I've ever tried to watch turned out to be a garbage human being on YouTube. So I don't have a good track record with choosing good YouTubers. So that's why now I stick to very niche, random episodes of like cleaning and, you know, I can't watch personalities anymore. Personality-based channels. Because people just don't know how to behave themselves and not be problematic. And I'm too old to watch like douche tubers. If there's one thing I cannot stand, and I hate like poison, if there's one thing that I think will rot your brain, it's those prank videos. Ooh, let me tell you, I can't stand those young motherfuckers, those guys in their teens and 20s that get on YouTube and they're like, sick prank, bruh. I hate you. I hate you so much. Do I hate you? And even here's the thing too, even though I really love Pokemon, I can't watch anything to do remotely to do with the Pokemon trading cards. No unboxings, no booster pack openings. I find all that to be extremely cringe. And you know, I'm happy to be in my old man era where I'm just watching cleaning videos, nature videos. People may be going camping. Storm chasers is another one that I really like. Sometimes I'll just sit down and watch whether I watch my local. So I'm in Alabama, and I've spent my entire life watching James Spann. He's internationally known at this point. He's, in my opinion, the best weatherman that's ever lived, the best meteorologist. But now that we're in a new age where television is kind of antiquated and nobody watches it, they've developed the Alabama Weather Network. And they'll do a lot of streaming on YouTube now. Facebook, YouTube, whatever, and you can watch that. And I'll sit and watch it. It's very interesting to me to watch the weather like that on TV. And then there's Ryan Hall on YouTube. I watch him too. But yeah, as far as like the only thing I remotely scandalous that I'll watch on YouTube, like I said, is years and years ago, I found a very overweight YouTuber by the name of Amberlynn Reed, and then I started watching all the reaction channels around her, and then I found Foodie Beauty after that, and I started watching all the reaction channels around her, and for years I've been just watching that community develop and fall out, and I always knew that Amber was putting on a character for her vlogs, and then she got demonetized last year on YouTube. And that was her only source of income because she's like 600 pounds and immobile. She can't really work. And that's when her true colors came out. We realized just what a garbage, cancerous human being she was. Same for Chantal. And I've never brought those names up on my channel before because it's my guilty pleasure. You know, watching and going down that rabbit hole is my guilty pleasure. I never brought their names up before. I try not to talk about them over here on my channel because I want to keep that cancerous content separate. But I have lost every reaction channel that I've ever watched because it turns out that every reaction channel is no better than the locales that they react to. And as far as Keemstar and his ilk, I think they're all cancerous, terrible human beings. I won't watch any of his content. I won't watch any of his channels. I think those people are deplorable. For the last 5 to 6 years, I've been watching a channel called French Fried Girl, or FFG. She's my ride or die, and she's not everybody's cup of tea. She's a loudmouth. She's got a terrible smoker's voice. She sounds like Patty and Selma. But I love her personality. She's in your face and unapologetic. So I'll watch her. Then I recently just stumbled across Kiwi Tapes and Smokey MCC, and they do a podcast together called Too High for Stupid. So FFG and Too High for Stupid are now the only reaction channels that I watch outside of that tiny, tiny, tiny corner of the internet. I watch cleaning videos. I watch science videos. I watch, what else do I watch? I watch a shit ton of Red Letter Media. Like if I run out of videos to watch, I'll put a Red Letter Media video on and just play on my phone. Love those guys. Jay gets on my nerves sometimes because they really hate the Jurassic World franchise. But they don't hate Jurassic Park. They just hate Jurassic World. They think those movies are beneath them, which I understand. They're not my favorite thing either. I don't hate them like they do, but come on, guys. You have like 20 years worth of Marvel fuck shit, and you're gonna whine about Jurassic World? Jurassic World is at least infinitely better than Marvel movies. I said what I said. Oh, by the way, I also moved the hotkey on my keyboard. So when I press Z now, it doesn't turn off my face cam. I told you I'd fix it. I told you. 40% podcast, 30% you, 50% music tips and tutorials. Oh yeah, let us not forget about the tutorials. Anytime I need to figure out something, I always go to YouTube and watch a tutorial. And I think that's become universal. I think everybody does that now. It's in the internet great. I love living in the information age, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, sometimes you have to put up with misinformation and douchebags, but it's great just to be able to have the entirety of human knowledge in a brick-sized device in your pocket. Very nice. Well, smaller than a brick, I should say. We finally pulled the plug at our house. We cut off our cable. We're keeping the internet, but we cut off the cable. You know, they were charging us $100 a month for cable television, and nobody even watches the cable. I haven't watched cable television in like 20 years. So I called them. I was like, yeah, cut that shit off. But they told me they had upgraded everybody's internet to gigabyte or gigabit internet. And they told me that my modem or my router rather is outdated, and then I would need a new one. So they sent me a new one. And when I get done streaming today, I gotta set up the new router. I know, there's tutorials for literally everything. There was a guy who became famous on YouTube years and years ago because he did simple tutorials like how to eat a banana, how to turn on a light, like how to flip your light switch in your house. Just 2-second videos of like how to drink soda from a can. That's the video. Look at me. You can't see your nails. Why are you doing that? This is taking longer than I thought. I'm playing around. Playing around too much. I've been watching a new TV show called Ghosts. The British version, not the terrible half-assed American version, which I have not seen. I've just been told not to watch the American version because it's garbage. But But the British version is amazing. I love it. And we're definitely living in a day and age where A-tier movies and TV shows are really hard to come by. It's kind of like The Good Place. That's a really, really good program. I think everybody should watch The Good Place. Community, Parks and Rec, stuff like that. That was kind of the last era of TV that I got super into. I loved Parks and Rec, loved Community. But past handful of years, there just really hasn't been much to write home about as far as TV is concerned. Why I mainly just watch stuff online now, you know. And I spent a little while trying to make Twitch work. There were a few Twitch streamers that I would watch, but yeah, it's just called Ghost. It's a British TV show about a lady and her husband who inherit a relative, I think her like a aunt or a great aunt or something dies, and she inherits like a British manor, and it's full of ghosts from different eras of humanity. There's a caveman ghost, a Victorian era lady ghost. It's great. It has about 5 or 6 seasons, and I'm on I just finished season 4 the other day. I've been binge watching it. I've been watching it on that 1, 2, 3 movies or Look movie or whatever the hell it's called. But I think it might be available on the BBC's streaming service, whatever that's called. I'm going to give up and just start watching the BBC is what I'm going to do. American TV is insufferable. Sometimes it's good, but oftentimes not. Okay, let's see. What was our button for? Ah, there it is. It doesn't stay glowing for long. Like it glows very fast and goes away. That might be something I have to change. Yeah, I can't remember if it has an S on the end of it or not. It might be Ghost. It might be Ghost. I don't remember. But it's good. Yeah, I know. All of this, and that's only 20%. I think what's slowing this job down is the lip of the roof here. I probably could be doing this faster. I've kind of been dilly-dallying. Talking and just playing around. You only know the movie Ghosts? Yeah, I've never seen that movie, but I'm aware of it. No, it's separate from that. That pizza I had for lunch was too greasy. I feel nauseous. I feel like my heart is screaming. You're not 20 anymore. You can't eat garbage. Yeah, I know it's a classic. I haven't seen it. I know it through like cultural osmosis, but I don't, never actually sat down and watched it, you know. I probably should one day. There's a lot of little movies like that I know very thoroughly because they've been referenced so much, but I've not actually seen the movie itself. Of course, if you think that's bad from a millennial, for a millennial to do that, Gen Z, Alpha, Beta, Zeta, whatever the fuck comes next, they're super duper bad about that. They don't know anything. They dumb as fuck. Their entire existence is fucking TikTok. They don't know anything. I don't know what a VHS is. I don't know what a cassette tape is. What's beta? I don't know what Betamax is. I can tell you what TikTok dances are popular, but I don't know how to turn on a CD player. Do you even know how to tie your shoes? I wear Crocs. Can you look at that clock on the wall and tell me what time it is? No, it ain't digital. I can't tell. I can't read an analog clock. Okay, what about cursive? Can you at least tell me they at least taught you cursive? And what's cursive? We are so fucked. Wee. Wee. I kind of feel bad for him a little bit, but if they weren't so snooty about it, I might feel a little more for them, but that was something back in the day when I started my YouTube channel that I was telling myself. I was like, Eric, you're starting this so late in the game. You're probably not gonna, get a lot of subscribers, to be honest. Everybody's moved over to Twitch, and that's the big ticket thing now, is like streaming on Twitch. People don't really watch YouTube anymore, and now Twitch is dead. Like, everybody's moved on to TikTok. Everything is TikTok. The whole world revolves around TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. And I'm sure there's a little bit of like old manism in there. Your kids with your damn TikToks. There's some of that in there. I get it. I've become the old fuddy-duddy who's complaining about the younger generation. I get it. I get it. Oh my God, I can move this? Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, hell yeah. How do I get it to go up? Oh. Cool. Oh, that is fantastic. But yeah, I recognize that it's not for me. Like, every generation has its own thing, has its own music, has its own vibe, flow, lingo, slang, has their own things that they think are great. I get that. I get all of that. I fully understand all that. Again, my big issue with the generations that came after me is that they're just so goddamn dumb. It's and I'm very hesitant to like say what the cause is, because I don't think there's one particular root cause. I think it's a litany of different things that add up that's made them so brain dead. But I could forgive the TikTok nonsense. I could forgive all of that if they just weren't so dumb. There are a lot of life skills that you don't really need anymore. I get it. The world has changed. Not everybody really needs to know how to drive stick shift. Not everybody needs to know how to take a carburetor apart and put it back. I get that. Not the average person doesn't need to be able to disassemble their washer and dryer and put it back together. I understand tradesmen exist. I get it. I couldn't take apart my appliances and put them back together either. But the thing is, my generation, we kind of have the benefit of being born before the internet, so we live just a little bit in an era before all of this smart technology. This is not gonna let me put the slider here. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to you, kitty. Oh yeah, get right here, pet you. I kind of petted it. But I also don't want to start a war with the younger generation. I don't want to piss them off, because they're going to be the ones taking care of us when we're old and feeble. But maybe, just maybe, at the end of the day, it's just a generational disconnect thing. I don't know. I don't know. That's one of the reasons that I didn't really take to social media back in the day. Like, especially Instagram, because I think, wasn't Instagram before Twitter even? Didn't Instagram come out for, like, it was MySpace, then Facebook, then Instagram, then Facebook bought Instagram, then Meta was established, and then Facebook and Instagram and everything falls under Meta now. But I remember there was just everywhere you went, there was a young person, typically girls, but young person in general, that was always holding a phone up here going with duck face. A more insufferable sight to be seen, you will not find. I hate it. I hate vertical content too. People who like record vertically on their phone make me want to punch a hole into concrete. I hate it. I hate shorts. I hate reels. I hate all that. Oops. But I like power washing. Power washing's fun. I know what I'm going to name today's episode. I'm going to name today's episode Old Man Yells at Clouds. Am I missing a spot on this trim? Wonder if I'll get to go inside the house. Because we're at 34%. That's ridiculous. Given as much as we finished. Zooming. Got some stubborn dirt and grime. Okay. I hear thunder. I definitely hear something outside. I don't know what it is, but I hear something. Yeah, they're being real generous with these windows. Okay. I'm not complaining. Typically, you should always start at the top and work your way down, but I said to hell with it and started on the bottom. If it were a more realistic game, we would have had to have done the top first because dirt travels with gravity and, you know, we would have just been having to wash the bottom twice. Okay. I don't think it's anything up. Oh. Nope. Okay. It might be everything down here. Ah, smart. They added a ladder. Oh, that is such a huge improvement over the first one. I guess they got tired of having to walk up and around this. Oh, God, yes. Thank you. Oh, that is just infinitely better. And I can climb a ladder with a ladder. Excuse me. Eh. Give me the ladder. I guess we'll put you on chair. No. Why? Okay. Now it's time to do the roof. The roof. The roof. Roof is on fire. Ukulele and the Impossible Layer is on sale for $5.99. Sweetheart Katamari. I still need to play the other Katamari. A lot of games on sale. Okay. I'm trying to work on the ones we haven't finished yet. Steam. Steam's whole business model. So you cheap games, you just keep buying indefinitely. I love it though. Billboard, huh? Interesting. I think our next job is a billboard. Ooh. Well, it depends on what it says. If it's something douchebaggy, I might not want to clean it. Speaking of old man that yells at clouds, why have they turned every building now into something hideous? Have you noticed this? Somewhere in the past decade, it started with the fast food joints, Burger King, McDonald's, all of them. Just they tore down all their buildings and started putting up these very ugly square gray or tan or whatever buildings. They're very modern and ugly, and I hate them. And they're doing it now with other buildings. It's not just fast food anymore. They're not making buildings that look good anymore. They're just making them because they need 4 walls and a roof. Taking all the whimsy out of the world. They just want you to shut up and consume. You know? But this building is so cool. Why can't we build interesting looking buildings? Oh, man. That's definitely thunder I hear. That's definitely thunder. How do I turn that? There it is. I remembered we could turn the nozzle. What is that? What sort of moss or mold? Gross. There we go. Now, What I do? What I touch? Uh, is that soap? What have I discovered? What? What is this? Also, how do I switch back? What? What is this little guy? I'm so confused. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, I do have to wash that off. That's soap. Hold on. How do I get to my... I've been doing this game wrong this whole time. Lordy Lou, I think I've been doing it wrong. I've been doing it wrong. Round, round. Wow. So some fast food restaurants are open 24/7. It really depends on the neighborhood. It really depends on how much business they do. Um, when I was growing up, I want to say when I was a kid in the 80s and early 90s, they were not 24 hours. And then in the late 90s and early 2000s, most of them kind of were 24 hours. I remember Taco Bell used to have a slogan like third meal or something. Taco Bell would like stay up until 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. and then shut down and then just be done for a few hours and reopen at like 6 or 7 a.m. You know, the night crew would be go home, go to bed. The morning crew would come in. Waffle House, Huddle House, places like that are 24 hours. They never close. Um, I know that my McDonald's where I live closes at 11 or 12 at night. But if you hit the highway and go 20 miles north of here to Oxford, there is a 24-hour McDonald's there. So I do live within a reasonable driving distance of a 24-hour McDonald's. If I just had to have McDonald's at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I could get in the car and go get McDonald's. It's not something we need, like as a society. It is kind of dumb. But whatever. How in the heck? Okay, there's the white nozzle. It's too white. Like, what have I done? Is this part supposed to be this white? I'm so confused. I don't even know how my equipment works. I heard a blip in my audio. If something breaks, let me know. Thunder! Then, of course, you have some, you have like truck stop diners and stuff that will stay open all night, you know. Again, it largely depends on where you live. When you get to, when you're in like rural middle America, there's really honestly no need for places to stay open 24 hours a day. But the larger population centers, you know, in the Northeast, like New York, California, the Los Angeles area, yeah, places that have millions and millions and millions of people, typically you're going to get a lot of like 24-hour joints because those cities are don't really sleep. There's just too many people. Hence, you know, the Big Apple slogan of the city that never sleeps. But most towns, cities, and communities don't really have need for 24-hour anything. Not to say it isn't nice. Ooh, I have some heartburn, indigestion, but it takes something. Oh my God, there's a whole other section down there. I thought we were getting close. I should be using this green nozzle more often over the orange one. I mean, it's covering way more ground. No, no. Can I get back up? Shit. I'm not I'm not good with keyboard and mouse. Eh. Fine, I'll move the ladder. Picky. Get off. Uh-oh. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna have to use that stretchy thing. Get up here and get the rest of this. The show gross. I thought that light down there was a, I don't know what I thought it was, a cat or something. It got me. Almost there. And we can move down to the patio. Data suggests that all is well on Mount Rushless. No seismic activity whatsoever. That's good. Thanks, son. Good to know. Don't be late tonight. Aunt Doris is around. We've got meatloaf. Mount Rushless. Is that because you take your time to clean and like it's a chill, laid back game? And it's a play on Mount Rushmore? Both. One or the other. Why have I not been using the green nozzle this whole time? Lord. You gonna hide a little bit of dirt up here, huh? Well, I almost jutted off the side of the roof. I could have broken my neck. Too close. Ah! No. No, you get back up there. Oh, hold on. You know what? I'll probably need a ladder for that, so. Oh, snap! Rollamite. That's an odd thing to call a building, though. It has nothing to do with the ocean or fossils. Okay. Sky is really pretty. Damn fine sky today out there. Better than what we got. It is overcast and thundering here. Which I like that, don't get me wrong. But I knew it. I knew I was going to fall off. I knew it. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I felt that one in my feet. I did damage. I failing. I'm tired. What's new, am I right? Yeah. Oh wow, it counted that as its own little section there. Okay. Good for you. I just keep creeping back a little more each time I move around. Now I'm gonna fall again, have to climb back up again. Thankfully it's not high enough to do any real damage. Damage. I told you I was about to fall. I knew it. I knew it. Lord. Do, do, do. 70%. Not much left now. Having to get the ladder and go around the edges of this part's going to be annoying. Like, this is simple. This is easy peasy. Flat. I can walk across it. Boom. But those little lips and edges, those are going to get you. Ugh. Ah, it's good stuff. What have I done? Oh, I'm hitting 2 when I'm trying to hit the W key. Okay. I see. Honestly, that might be an easier way to clean the glass. Ooh, imagine if I had another person here helping. One person could run around and cover everything in soap, and the other one could wash it away. I know I'm not talking much, but I'm just kind of soaking it all in, pun intended. No, I fell. I'm not going all the way back around there when I can just grab a ladder. Boom. Where'd it go? But yeah, I'm not talking quite as much. Because I figure, you know, I don't really have anything to talk about. I'm all talked out lately. I've noticed that anytime I talk, it usually just devolves into bitching about something, and I'm trying to get as far away from bitching as possible. So I've got to train myself to start finding positive stuff to talk about. And that's kind of new to me. So, but it's, you know, it is what it is. You can just enjoy the pressure washing or the power washing, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I know, right? Me, positive. I am really trying to get away from that old version of me, though. I really am. And it's not even just for YouTube. Like, ooh, I want people to like me. I'll be more likable and get more views if I just am not always bitching. I'm sick of my own ass. You ever get so sick of yourself that you wish you could just split away from your own self? That's where I'm at with me right now. Everything's always a thing. It's always ragey, always mad, always bitching. I don't even know what about anymore half the time. Just bitching to be bitching. I don't want to be that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. But I've come to realize when I'm not complaining about something, I really don't have anything to talk about. Okay. Let's tackle this window. I really, really regret having that pizza for lunch. I regret every bit of it. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Well, that's not true. I knew it was a bad idea, but I did it anyway. Oh. Okay. Oh. A whole spot I missed. Lovely. I couldn't tell if that was in the game or IRL. Hey, the little rainbow thing went away. I just heard from Sonia. The beam's gone because someone's stolen the merman's gems. What? Oh, so the beam was coming from a statue. Somebody stole it, and now the beam is gone. Uh-oh. We're all gonna die. I didn't realize there was this much of the side of the building left. Ooh. Oh, I failed. Okay. All right. You know what? I think that we will have to pick this up next time. There's not a ton left, but we're out of time for today. So what we'll do is we'll just pick this up when we come back in next time. Because we do have to finish this whole area here. So that's what we'll work on in the next episode. We made it to 81% today, which is not bad. I mean, usually, you know, we can knock these jobs out in one go, but all right. See you, folks.